Right, what we have here today is a popcorn maker. So I've already started taking it apart, which got a bit messy. But you've got this heating part. It sits inside this, like so. It sits inside like this. And then your popcorn comes out. Let's find the rest of it. It comes out like that. There's a spoon for, you can put the butter in the spoon like that and melt the butter to put over the popcorn afterwards. So the popcorn comes out here and discharges through this area. So we can set that aside. And this part is the top part. There's two screws holding it in over here, and it clipped onto the back, and part of that clip went missing when I pulled this off. It's extremely hard plastic. Very, very hard plastic. Interesting. Then I had to get the bottom off. Now on the bottom there's two screws over here holding the motor down in. Over that fits this cover like so, and over that was this, and I started prying on this and it exploded, and I found, oh, there's two screws underneath the label that I've got to remove to get this off. I don't think this is going back together. Let's read there. 1200 watts. It's 220 volt 50 hertz. European. Do not immerse in water, good idea. For household use only. Yeah, Automo. It comes from the People's Republic of China. So inside there's this part where the popcorn goes to be cooked. So it pulls out. So air goes in through there and it swirls, and it's hot air and it cooks the popcorn in here. Now over here there's a little DC motor with a bridge rectifier tacked onto the back of it. 1N4007s by the looks of things. And nothing for noise suppression. It is earthed. So let's hook it up to a power supply and spin the motor. So there are the two anodes, the cathodes, so that will be positive, and with that turn the voltage on the power supply down. Put my magnifier out the way. This has already gone a bit sideways with the and the way the deconstruction happened. So yeah, there's air flowing through it at the moment. So 12 volts we were drawing an amp. So I think that's a 12 volt motor. So let's see what the heater looks like. So we need star. The screws holding the motor into the base were triangle. Let's see what the heater looks like. I've upgraded this mount that's holding this camera to a proper pantograph, which is a lot less wobbly and rigid and adjustable. I finally found one in the store earlier this week, because it seems sort of hit or miss where and when you're going to find one of these things. Alright. So there's a centrifugal blower wheel. Let's reconnect this. The positive went there. That went there. Okay. Very similar to the way hair dryers and heat guns work. They tap off from the heating element with the blue wire. That's a tap off the heating element, which is down there. They tap off some voltage, and that then powers the motor for the fan. So this is just wedged in there by the looks of things. Yep, that's just wedged in there. There's a mica sheet wrapped around the edge. That is mica, and that was holding it in. And then the element part of it, there's only one ring over here. So that fits in there like that. And that went in like that. Kinda. And that went in like that. Yeah. So what we can do is put two screws back to hold this thing together. Let's try the shorter ones. like they're all kind of the same flavor. Then I'll just power it up off the power supply. I'm not going to run it off full mains. My power supply is good for 60 volts, which is enough for us to see the thing in action. Right, that's the heating part back together. That went in there like that. There's the on-off switch, which was located over here in the side. I had to disconnect it and reconnect it to get the motor out. So now over here, let's connect this to DC. And let's see. Okay, that's off. So that's on. That's running at 60 volts. And it's currently drawing 1.37 amps. And that's actually producing some warmth. That's actually producing some heat. So I guess one could repurpose this for another heat source. Because I'm not really a big fan of the popcorn, and I'm not really a big fan of how this was constructed. But I think if you're wanting to build yourself a PLA dryer or ABS or PETG, a dryer for 3D printing, this would be absolutely magic for a source of hot air. It is a little bit noisy, but it's a cheap source of a fan and a heater for the heated cabinet. What one could do is power this separately and the heater separately, so that you could regulate the heater and have the fan running while there's no heating if you wanted it. Yeah, that's producing nice hot air. Maybe I'll keep it for that. Could even use it as a heater for a curing cupboard or a curing oven for mold making. Yeah. So I think we don't need the nozzle. We're not going to put popcorn in it. Put that aside. Yeah, there we have a little blower with a heating element. Very good. And at this low voltage, that could run continuously. They're not continuously rated. Let's stop it. During normal use, they warn you to use it and then let it sit. But running at that low power, that would run all day. So I think that's nice. And anyway, now we know what this thing looks like inside. I had to do a little bit of damage to get it apart. Bits of broken plastic, but that's fine. that is okay. It is not a valuable appliance, as we shall say. This part of it can be recycled. I'm glad that I took it apart and had a look to see what it's like inside. Anyhow, that's it. We're done talking, done rambling. I'm going to clean up this mess and start producing this video for you guys, so you guys can watch it and learn something out of this and think, oh, that's useful, I could use that. Or so that's how they work. So thank you for being here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. Have an awesome day further, and I'll see you here next time for more stuff. Cheers.